Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you here okay? In the neck of the woods? What up? What up? Manners and respect, man. I your girl, Debbie from Down a Yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome once more. It is the Jamaican cooking journey. If you're new right on over here, special welcome. Those of you who were there with me from the beginning of this journey and you're still here, manners and respect. Those of you who have birthday in this month, if it has already been passed, happy belated birthday. Anniversary, if it already passed, happy belated anniversary. And on the subject of belated birthday, Kenisha, happy belated birthday to your little baby boy. I hope he had a good day. And if it is that your birthday is when you're watching this video, or it is to come, happy birthday from the Jamaican cooking journey. Also, happy anniversary when it comes. On today's episode of the Jamaican cooking journey, we will be sharing with you how to prepare yourself some ripe plantain porridge with no sugar. You heard me right. Ripe plantain, or you abroad say sweet plantain, with no sugar. I want you to follow the video as we proceed. Make sure you're on and all of that. Right here, I have got a pot with some water coming to a slow boil. Okay? Now, I'm going to be using here one ripe plantain. Okay? And this is a medium ripe plantain. You don't want it to get any riper than this. The riper it gets, the sweeter it becomes. So, you want to keep it ripe but firm. You don't want to keep it ripe and saffy. You know, as you're going to be doing like plantain fritters, or you're going to be doing like plantain tart. You want to get it ripe and firm. So, it's coming from my refrigerator. You can see it sweating. And look, even though so many people are telling me how nasty my pots are, you know what happened? This girl doesn't put anything in her refrigerator that is not washed. So, it has already been washed. So, you don't want to nip off the head right there and nip off this little part down here. In Jamaica, we just call this the navel. So, you want to just core right to the edge right there. You don't peel it down. You don't do that. You just get a little slit right there and you proceed. And you can see something right here. When this was green, the skin would be thicker. Now this is ripe, the skin is thin. And I have got, I think, about 2 green plantain porridge on the channel here. I'm going to leave the link definitely in the description. You go watch them and see the difference compared to this porridge. So now there are some little things, some little strips. You want to take them off. Sometimes they come off already. Sometimes they're not off as yet. I think this is one. You want to get it off. All the little strips. There are some little strips here. So you want to get them off. They might come off on the skin, or sometimes they don't come off on the skin. But see, this one seems as if it's all on the skin. Okay. You want to slice this thinly in your blender. If you want to go and use a plate and put it from the plate to the blender, it's up to you. So I'm going to be doing this and all of that. You want to slice it real thin. It doesn't matter slant, straight, round, square, but you want to slice it thin in your blender. This is going to take a little time, so we're going to do that and return. All in and all of that. Now we are going to be blending this into a mixture, a cold mixture, right, to put into the hot water, just as we did with the green plantain porridge. So I am using some skim milk. You could use what you of choice, your milk of choice. I'm putting about 2 or about 3 tablespoons of this milk. I like a rich porridge, it doesn't really matter. I love my porridge rich. I am putting half of a can. I don't remember what ounce this is, but I leave it for you in the description, of evaporated milk. And you don't have to do evaporated milk here. You could use your almond milk and whatever. Do to your suit. 2%. Do what suits you. Okay? Now, to this, we're going to be adding a gig of cinnamon powder. Remember, this is just one small plantain family. You don't need to be putting more than half or quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. You don't want to over spice up this thing, okay? So I'm going to be putting in a little dash of cinnamon. You put some mixed spice too. I'm going to be putting a little gig of almond essence, yes, which is going to give it such a nice taste. And if you have the yellow one, that would be fine too. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of vanilla, okay? Also, these are out, yeah. I'm going to be putting in some freshly grated nutmeg. And this is what freshly grated nutmeg is. It is nutmeg that has just been cracked, the nut, and you grate it. We don't need a lot, so we're going to do a small bit and come back. Freshly grated nutmeg, yes, you don't need more than this. It might look like a small amount, but yes, it has a lot of power. Nutmeg have a lot of spice. And you grate it fresh, this is what it looks like. If you have store-bought and that is what you have to do, just use it and not sweat it. Okay. Also, you want to put in a little flaxseed. If you want to use their flaxseed at the end and it is crushed fine, if you want to, I always use it at the end whole. I may still do it, but people keep saying, Debbie, blend it. But me use it whole. I don't know, me something there. So you're going to put in about this of flaxseed in there. Remember, the flaxseed is something that goes gummy. So you know, one go overboard. You need to look at the proportion of what you're using. You don't want to put more than about this of flaxseed. Probably a little troops more and all of that. Okay? Now, you want to put a little troops of salt. A little troops of salt to bring these flavors together. Okay? So we're going to use about this in salt. Maybe too much too for some people and all of that. Now look at what we have inside there. This is what we have inside there. We're going to go on to this unit now. And the first thing you're going to eat is, you're going to eat mix. Mix it up a bit, then you're going to eat puree. Puree for about 1.5 minutes straight, not more, or maybe just 1 or 1.5 minutes. You're gonna puree, bring it together to let everything finally just gel. You know that what puree means. Okay, our water is coming to a boil, so you want to get it lower. You want to lower the flame. We have got some additional hot water here. Okay, so this is where I want you to pay keen attention. In the green plantain video, we did it just the same. Now, this is what we have. This is our liquid. You're going to be pouring. Whilst you're pouring, you're stirring. Okay? And as you pour, you get the stirring more intense. Because more of this thing is going. So you stir not only in the middle, but you stir right around the edges, the corners. So the more porridge mixture, or the more ripe plantain mixture goes down in there until you get all of it out and all of that. You need all this goodness out. Okay, and this is what your blender looks like in the bottom. Now, we are going to turn our heat back up just a teeny bit. And we're stirring here, our heat is up. And this is what is happening, okay? Now, if it was the green plantain porridge, you would realize that you start having some body. Now, look at it. It's boiling. Camera girl, are you onto it? Yes, it is boiling. You can see it there. But look at what is happening. There is no body. It is thin. Let's lower flame. Why is it thin, camera girl? Can you explain to the people why?
Okay, so because normally the plantain you would have starch in it or so, but
when it is green,
you would have more starch in it, so it'd have more body and it'd be thicker. So because the starch is now converted into sucrose, or you can call it sugar, because the starch is now converted into sugar, it will be thinner because it wouldn't have as much starch before, so it wouldn't have as much body this time.
Okay, so in other words, our girl is saying the sugar, the starch in the green plantain has now been converted to sugar, so you wouldn't get it as thick. If you notice, we're cooking, but it's still water. Okay, now we are here and our porridge has been cooking. If you notice, it's cooking and it looks like it has body, but it has no body. See it? Look at it. As soon as this gets cool, it's gonna be, you know, like almost turn to water on you. Okay? What we're gonna need now is about half of a tablespoon of cornstarch. Okay? We are gonna put it, look at it. You can definitely see that this porridge is not together. You see, when you that consistency that you're looking for, you see it, or it's just dripping down. Okay, we're gonna go now and mix a half of a tablespoon of cornstarch and come back to you. So now this is what we have as half of a teaspoon of cornstarch. I was gonna mix it and just come with it. Camera girl said, "Mommy, I think you need to show them how to mix cornstarch." Seriously? Okay. Cold water. Cold water. So it's half of a teaspoon of cornstarch and you use like about 1 tablespoon of water. So we have this right here, not warm water. So you mix it to a smooth paste. So we would say about 1.5 of a tablespoon of water to this half tablespoon of cornstarch, and you want to mix it until it dissolves just like this. Now it's a small amount of porridge, so you don't need to mix more cornstarch. If it's more porridge, you use more cornstarch. Okay, all right. Water porridge. We're gonna slowly add this in whilst we stir, and as we add the cornstarch, you all know, lower your flame. You see it starts getting that body. Okay, everything is in there, so you scrape around. Now you got to give the cornstarch some special treatment. So you want to stir. Don't put too much cornstarch, or else you're going to taste pure cornstarch in your porridge. So you want to just swirl it around. Look at the consistency now coming off the spoon. And you're going to give this cornstarch about 5 minutes to cook on low flame. We're going to do just that and return to you. No sugar, no sweetened condensed milk. May soon come. We are back, and this is our finished porridge. Look at it. You can see there is a difference in as opposed to that just watery. Yes. So I know some people are going to ask, Miss Debbie, what are those little blacks? Remember, we put some flaxseed, we blended some. Also, the plantain as seeds. And the riper the plantain becomes is the more the seeds come out. So those seeds were blended in there. And you're going to be turning off your stove right here and now. And from your pot right onto your serving platter. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is ripe plantain porridge. This is your ripe plantain porridge. That's for you. From my kitchen to yours once more, to your plate and most of all to your stomach. It is your bowl of ripe plantain porridge. Please do enjoy. Now when I pat, no me all time, so for me. So let me taste for you. Aye, it's been a long time in camera girl. I'm not taste nothing for nobody on this channel. It is really hot. Give me a second to cool. Family, if you don't put sugar in this, you know that just got too much. This is the best. This is the best. It is just, can I tell you something? I just want you to try it. I just want you to try it. Let me know. Okay? If you have liked this video, remember to give me a thumbs up. Remember to make sure that you're subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey and all my other channels. When you do subscribe, remember to hit that notification bell. When you hit it, press the option where say all. That's why when I get somebody upload them, you got to press the all option. Okay? And When you do press all, remember to make sure that you check out our merch store. You check out the description of our videos to see all my info that you would need to get on to me. Remember to be you, do you. Most of all, love you some ripe plantain porridge.